Is net zero possible? Our planet is getting warmer due to climate change, and this urgent matter has led countries worldwide to set a target to achieve net zero to cut down the climate change impact. What exactly is net zero and why do countries pledge to fulfill that target? Net zero means balancing the greenhouse gases we emit with the amount we remove from the atmosphere. The energy sector emits the most greenhouse gas emissions. But by shifting from coal, gas, and oil to clean energy like wind and solar, we can cut emissions and avoid the worst impacts of climate change. However, emissions like aviation can't be fully erased. So, we balance them with solutions like planting trees or using technologies to pull carbon dioxide from the air and storing it. According to IPCC, limiting human-caused global warming requires net zero carbon dioxide emissions. World leaders signed long-term goals through the Paris Agreement in 2015 to reduce global emissions and keep them below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels and attain in limiting it to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This includes aid funds for developing countries to reduce carbon emissions, as it is also recognized that it will take developing countries longer to meet the target. The fast-scale transformation would be challenging as it requires a complete habit change worldwide to produce, move, and consume, specifically for government and business to cut fossil fuel usage and invest in clean technologies. So, how far are we on the track to achieve net zero? Based on the latest data information from Climate Action Tracker, it is estimated that by their net zero target years, 28 countries will still emit at least 16 to 20% of their 2019 levels. In other words, their pledges amount to cutting only 80 to 84% of emissions, not a full 100%. To stay on track, countries' plans are reviewed for transparency and accountability through nationally determined contributions under the Paris Agreement. However, the current progress falls short. Countries that produce big emissions, such as China and India, aim to achieve carbon neutrality by 2060 and 2070. The United States and European Union have pledged to reach net zero by 2050. So far, about 138 countries have published their net zero plan that covers 79% population, excluding the USA. The pathway to net zero itself is not easy, considering the cost and the complexity of the implementation. However, it is still within reach and offers huge benefits for the world's well-being.